We all know fans can be wild, but sometimes they take things way too far. Today we're counting down the top 10 moments where fans totally cross the line. We're talking stolen jewelry, objects flying at people's faces, and even a laser pointer scare. Oh, and just wait until you hear what one fan screamed during Billie Eilish's concert. It's insane. Imagine this. You're at a concert, living your best life, and suddenly, BAM! Someone swipes Billie Eilish's ring right off her hand. Yep, that happened. Twice. The first time was a few years ago when Billie was walking along the barricade, getting close to her fans and shaking hands. Well, one fan decided it was a good time to take home a souvenir. Billie's ring. She got back on stage and realized it was gone. And she goes,
"Somebody stole my fucking ring!"
But instead of getting it back, she just sighed like a disappointed mom and added,
I guess it's my fault. Keep that shit. Take care of that shit.
The crowd loses it, chanting for the thief to give it back.
Give it back! Give it back! Give it back! Give it back!
But no luck. And here's the plot twist. It happened again. This time, Billie caught on quickly and was like,
somebody pulled off one of my favorite rings when I was over here. I love you guys so much, and I know you didn't mean to do that, but in the loving of the hand grabbing, one of my favorite rings that was a gift was just slipped right off.
But fortunately, a fan handed it back before things got awkward.
Wait. Thank God. I know it's just a ring. I feel like Kim Kardashian, sorry.
Because losing a ring in the crowd is basically the same as dropping diamond earrings in the ocean, right? Honestly, at this point, Billie's fans might just need to keep their hands in their pockets when she's around. But if you think that's crazy, wait till you hear what happened to Madison Beer. This one's all about online haters who can't back it up in real life. Back in the day, Madison Beer had a persistent troll on Twitter, constantly threatening to beat her up if they ever met. Well, guess what? They actually met face to face. It was all bark and no bite. The girl froze, but Madison, clearly recognizing the person, confronted her.
I see all your tweets. You always say that you're gonna beat me up and what did I do to you?
And the hater, probably sweating bullets, replied,
If somebody's my friend.
Madison wasn't having it and asked,
Who's your friend?
to which the hater awkwardly said,
You obviously won't remember her.
Now, years later, Madison even laughs about it. When a fan asked her to reenact the moment, she playfully responded,
Who's your friend?
sending the crowd into a frenzy. Speaking of wild fan behavior, Justin Bieber had to deal with something even crazier. Ever heard of stage diving? Well, this time it wasn't the artist diving, it was the fans. Justin Bieber has had more than a few fans sneak their way on stage, but one particular moment takes the cake. Justin was performing Boyfriend, totally in the zone, when suddenly, BAM! A fan wraps him in a bear hug from behind. At first, Justin thought it was one of his dancers, but when he realized it was a random fan, his face went from smiling to straight up, what the f***? Security jumped in real quick, but that wasn't the only time. During his Purpose tour in Portugal, another fan tried the same thing, but this time, security took him down hard. They tackled the guy right there on stage, like it was a football match, and literally dragged him off stage while Justin stood there pretty bummed. And if you think fans rushing the stage is bad, what happens next to Nick Jonas is genuinely terrifying. During a Jonas Brothers concert, someone in the crowd thought it'd be funny to point a laser at Nick's head. Yeah, like one of those sniper-style lasers. Nick thought he was getting targeted by a weapon and straight up bolted off stage. Security quickly caught the guy responsible and tossed him out, but you can bet Nick was pretty shaken up. He recovered and finished the show, but for a second there, it was seriously terrifying. Like, who goes to a concert and thinks, you know what this performance needs? A laser pointed at the singer's head. But what Dua Lipa went through is just as intense. Dua Lipa is no stranger to massive crowds of fans, but one incident outside her hotel got a little too intense. As she was greeting fans from a distance, one of them got a little too excited and lunged toward her. Security tried to block the fan, but the push was enough to freak Dua out, and she darted straight for her car. Imagine just trying to walk out of your hotel and bam, you're almost tackled. But if you think that's wild, you won't believe what fans threw at Billie Eilish and Olivia Rodrigo. Billie seems to have all the luck with wild fan moments. Fans love to throw stuff on stage, but sometimes they take it way too far. Billie Eilish has had it all, wigs, bras, and even baby diapers. But the most bizarre moment was when someone threw a pair of fake boobs that smacked her right in the face. Not the kind of gift you'd expect, right? They got tangled around her neck, and you could see the frustration on Billie's face, like, really, guys? She threw them back into the crowd. But let's be real, fake boobs to the face? That's crossing the line. But it doesn't stop there. Olivia Rodrigo also had a chaotic fan encounter. She's walking along the barricade, doing her thing, when a fan tries to hand her a bouquet of roses. Sweet, right? Not exactly. When Olivia doesn't take them right away, this fan goes full, "If you won't take them, I'll make you," and throws the roses at her face. Who does that? It was so bad that Olivia stopped doing her famous barricade walks after that. And can we blame her? Roses are supposed to be romantic, not weapons. Speaking of fans crossing the line, what happened to Adam Levine takes it to a whole new level. Here's a messy one for you. Adam Levine's leaving a taping of Jimmy Kimmel, and being the nice guy he is, stops to sign autographs for fans. But one fan took getting attention to a whole new level and threw flour all over his face. Yep, you heard that right, flour. As you can imagine, Adam was pissed. He wiped it off and stormed out without signing another thing. Whoever thought this prank was a good idea probably didn't expect Adam to react like that. Moral of the story, just ask for a signature. Don't bake a cake on your favorite artist's face. But that's nothing compared to what Dua Lipa had to endure during an awkward fan encounter. So let's talk about that one time a fan decided to force Dua Lipa into an impromptu talent show. Backstage at Glastonbury, no less. This guy found her chilling and thought it would be a great idea to show off his singing skills. He asked her for just 30 seconds of her time, and you could tell by her face that she regretted agreeing the second he opened his mouth. He sang, and sang, and sang some more. Dua, trying to be polite, smiled and nodded, but you could see in her eyes she was desperately searching for an exit. Finally, she gave him the old and made her escape. Props to Dua for keeping her cool, because I'd be out of there in 10 seconds flat. But if you think that's uncomfortable, this Justin Bieber moment will make you cringe. Now, imagine coming home from a long day only to find a crowd of people hanging out on your lawn, asking for a hug like it's no big deal. That's exactly what Justin Bieber had to deal with when fans decided to camp outside his house. Bieber, clearly frustrated but trying to stay calm, told them,
"This is my home, you know what I mean? Where I live, and I don't appreciate you guys being here. You guys can be anywhere else, this is my home, you know?"
One fan still had the audacity to ask for a hug after that. Safe to say she didn't get one. Talk about not understanding boundaries. Imagine someone showing up to your house demanding a hug. Like what even? But speaking of fans not getting the memo, number one is the most inappropriate thing a fan ever said to Billie Eilish during a concert. If you're going to heckle an artist during a concert, maybe don't be this gross about it. During one of Billie Eilish's most emotional performances of When the Party's Over, she asked the crowd for silence so she could do her vocal layering. But of course, one fan had to ruin the moment by shouting. The entire audience just froze in disbelief. Billie, being the professional she is, ignored the comment and kept singing. But seriously, who says stuff like that? And there you have it. 10 times fans went way too far. From stolen rings to super awkward moments, these artists have seen it all. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and check out our video on 10 sweetest Billie Eilish fan moments. You won't believe how wholesome it gets.